Hey everybody, in this video in Linux fundamentals, what we're going to do is go over grep. So grep is a very important command to know and to use to find information on a Linux machine. So here's what we'll do first. I'll show you this where we are. We are in PWD. We're going to print working directory. Home Chris R test 3. Remember we did some files in here. We have test file 2. So if I do a cat test file 2, that's what's in test file 2. So let's use grep. So if I type grep and then a word, and we'll look for Linux in this file. So we're going to type then the file name. Here you can see it returns this line here. But you can also see that it doesn't return this line. And that's because of case sensitivity. So if we do grep -i Linux test file 2, there you can see it returns both because it's then case insensitive. So that's an important thing to remember. You might want to use grep-i if you're searching for a word and you're not sure whether it's capitalized or not. If you're searching for error in a log, you're going to want to probably have a case insensitive just so you can make sure that you find it. All right. So we can also look for all files in the current directory, right? Let's do this. So we can just type in grep-r and we can type Linux. Now this will search everything in this directory. And it's going to give me, now you see test file 1, I don't have permission to go there. But here it tells me test file 2, Linux is easy to learn. Right there. So it searched through all these files, not just one. So you can search an entire directory just by typing that. And you can also just do, we should be able to just put I in there also. And there you go. So you can do grep case insensitive in that entire directory and see what's in there. Okay. So we can also add another use another command, grep-c, which is going to give us a count of how many times Linux is in. Well, I didn't specify a file, so I could either do R, and it's going to tell me test file 1 has 1 instance. I can also do case insensitive. There it's going to tell me 002, but I could also count Linux and give it the file, which should come up as 1. So that's right. Okay, so that's pretty good. Gives us some base information. All right, so let's search the Etsy password. We'll do that. T-user. We're going to search for T-user in the Etsy password. So we should have rights to see what's in Etsy password, and we do. So there you can see T-user 1, T-user 2. So that is a good use of grep. Okay, so often what I'll use grep for is cd var log. So say I'm in the log directory and I'm looking at messages. So I do sometimes more messages, often use more, I probably shouldn't. And I can do grep-i error. So I'll often search like this. And I can't because I need to sudo. Let's do that. And there you go. So there's no errors in there. Let's actually look at the, let's do this and see what's in here. So say we wanted to see, we're looking for this, like init ram fs. Okay, that's what we're going to look for. So that's important to us for whatever reason. Paste. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So init ram fs. Okay, so it's, here's where we start it, right here. Let me actually clear the screen, make this a little easier to see, and just run this. So it's gonna, it also highlights it. It's very nice. It puts it in color that you can see where init ram fs is, and there you can see times that we've seen it in this file. So this is good for say you're looking for some log that has important information, and you know something bad happened at a certain time or a certain device. You can go in here and you can search for it. What other logs do we have in here? So we have the cron logs. Cron is a scheduler, so we'll have a video on that. We should do that. Let me note that. Do a cron video. Okay. So more secure. Let's look in here. Sudo more secure. And here you can see commands that were run, DNF update, DNF search. So here you can see in this secure thing, you can search for this and you see what user Chris R did. So what was Chris R doing in here? So we can do a more, let me clear the screen, more secure, actually, sudo more secure, and then grep it, and we're going to look for Chris R. And there you go. So now you can see what was Chris R doing. So that's useful for security, for checking on a user and seeing what a user's been doing. So that's really helpful for that. So grep allows you to really get down to the to search and to parse a file and get more information from it. Okay, so we can also use it against a directory, right? We can go, because everything in Linux is a file. So we can do grep -r, and let's look for our IP. So it's 10.10.100.90. So we're going to look for our IP under etc. So what this does is it'll recursively search for this string in all the files under etc. And again, let's remember to do sudo so that we can actually get this to run. So it didn't find any, which I'm a bit surprised. I think it should. There should be a file under there. Let me see what's going on there. Should it be a capital R? Interesting. So that should work. Let's do some troubleshooting here. I'm going to go to cd etc sys, no, network manager, because now it's in network manager. And where is it? System connections. Oh, that is a directory. You can tell that's a directory because of the D. So there, this is the, this should have this file. Let's do grep. Let's just do this. 10.10. Oh, you know what? I messed that up. What's my IP address here? IP adder. My IP address is 10.10.200. Okay, so let's just go back and we'll run these commands because they should work as long as you don't typo it. So 200. There you go. So now we can find out where and what file holds our IP. So if you didn't know, if you got on here and you're used to using RHEL 8 or RHEL 7 and it's in etc sysconfig, network scripts, now they moved it, so there you can see it. So that's pretty handy. Let's do the other one, the capital R. Should be the same. Let's do that. Let's find it. Then we'll just try capital R in here too. And there it is. So it's telling us exactly where it is. So then you could copy this. And you can do a less. Again, sudo less. Paste that in. And it's going to say right because I missed the first slash. So make sure you have a slash there, and there you go. And now we're looking at the file, and in the file really is an identifier of the NIC, type Ethernet. That's the interface name, right? Same as the ID. Interface name, Ethernet, IPv4, address 1 is this /24, and there's the gateway, and DNS is set to 8888. And method is manual. So that's what we set up when we first did the actual setup of this box. Okay. So that is grep. So I think that's all we need to do to go through grep. It's a basic understanding of it. It just helps you get in there and search for what you're looking for, search for errors in logs, run commands, run bash scripts with using grep. You're going to use that probably in there. So I'd like to thank you again for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Thanks.